You know, I used to think changing your life meant that you had to do something dramatic, like quitting your job or moving across the world, or waking up at 4 a.m. every morning. But what I've realised, it's the simple things, the repeatable actions that completely transform your life. Today I'm going to go over 4 habits that have genuinely changed my life. And I don't mean this in a motivational, abstract kind of way. These are things that I practice daily to keep me grounded, more productive and healthier, both mentally and physically. So if you're looking for ways to stay organised, sharper, and ways to be more aligned with the life that you want, stick around. Visualize it, write it down. Here's the truth, when I think about something, it usually floats around in my head. Maybe it's I need to run or I need to edit a video. But when I write it down, spend 2 hours editing a video or go for a 10k run, it suddenly becomes real. It goes from something that is quite vague and intangible thought to something that is visual that I cannot ignore. I can't quietly push it to the back of my mind. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says it best. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. For me, it's writing your goals down. Now, it doesn't matter if you're using a calendar or a notebook, just simply applying the rule of writing it down is powerful enough. And psychologists have shown that writing down your goals engages parts of the brain connected to memory and processing. When I was learning Spanish, I intensely wrote down all these conjugations and verbs. There was so much information. Without writing everything down, a lot of it would have just gone in and out the other ear. I would have forgotten, missed, and not revisited important subjects. Now, one way I do like to really visualize things is to do a brainstorm. And I do like a good old whiteboard. And at first, it's all these random scattered ideas, but what I particularly like about this technique is that I can now interlink it with other areas of my life. And as I start to write more and more things down, I can really start to see things take shape. The chaos of my thoughts start to turn into order, and I can finally map out a clear plan and steps that I need to take. Now, when you're feeling low, it's easy just to slip into your joggers or not fix your hair and just get on with the day. And I've done that plenty of times, and in doing so, I've probably felt a little bit worse. But I noticed something. On days where I put in a little effort to not dress up but to look a bit presentable, maybe I wear a nice shirt with some chinos, I must admit, mentally wise, I feel a bit sharper. Now, this isn't about vanity, it's more mindset I'm talking. And like it or not, people make judgments based on your appearance. Within seconds, people have decided who they think you may be. And I must admit, I've had it a few times where I've bumped into someone and I thought, oh man, I wish I had a haircut or I looked a bit more sharper. And I think this is just a small little habit that you can implement that will go a long way. When your outside matches how you want to feel inside, you show up a little bit more differently. Now, you don't need to dress like you're going to a wedding, but I think something happens with your subconscious when you do. In the back of your mind, you think, right, this is the zone that we're in today. And I find that sentiment of feeling like you're in a different zone, it overflows and it enters other spaces, your work, your focus, and ultimately your energy and how you feel. I notice when I have a fresh haircut, I probably even walk a little bit more different. I feel more confident. I feel more confident entering different spaces. And this is totally reversed when I'm not feeling as presentable. And this is totally reversed on days where I'm not feeling 100% presentable. And let's be real, it feels good when people compliment you. And yeah, maybe it does boost the ego a little. And I think we all need a little bit of that from time to time. Now, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that life naturally will drift into chaos if you don't maintain it. It unravels and it goes in a direction that you may not really favour. Now, let's take an abandoned house, for example. After a year, it may not be that bad. Give it a decade or so, it will start to get swallowed by weeds, paints will crack, the roof even may collapse. And that exact theory of things just going into chaos if you don't manage it will happen to your routines, your relationships, your finances if you don't manage it. They will crumble if left unattended. Now, a simple practice that I took was to look at different areas of my life that I thought that were important and break them down into categories like health, work, relationships, and finances. And within each category, rank what you think is the most important. When everything feels overwhelming, this helps me have a level of focus. Because the truth is, we can't do everything all at once, but we can do a few things very well. And another thing that I thought that helped, if you have a select few of individuals, a friend or two, that you can just air some of your goals. Just generally say what you envision. Saying it out loud sometimes clears any confusion. It's like holding yourself up to a mirror, and you can kind of see what needs rethinking. For example, at the start of the year, I had some outlandish goals, and my friend actually said to me, instead of having the big overarching goal, let's say it's 100,000 subscribers, think about just posting every week consistently. And just looking at that quote, I think that's the key here. It's about choosing what projects, habits, and relationships that matter, not just short-term shiny distractions. Because the truth is, there will be areas of your life that you may fix at one point or may be okay, but you just can't fix it once and forget. They're ongoing, they're living systems. You'll revisit them time and time again. Sometimes to tighten them all up, and maybe even sometimes to totally rebuild. I can't overstate this enough. When I work out, everything literally improves. And I know this because there's been seasons where I've stopped for 6 weeks or so, and I've noticed immediately my eating habits get more sloppy, I feel more tired, and generally my energy just dips. And ultimately my productivity tanked. And even when I go back just for a few weeks, I start to feel sharper immediately. My mornings have focus again, and it's a constant reminder that I've been on the right track by taking my fitness seriously. Because for me, health isn't just about looking good, it's about creating a ripple effect. Now, I've briefly already touched on this, but now focus on the inputs here will be your biggest life hack. And this one has saved me from burnout more than once. It's so tempting to fixate on this big goal, whether you want to get a new job, save an amount of money. Now, we all need to remember that staring at the mountain doesn't get you started at it. What matters is the small inputs. Like I said before, if I have this goal of reaching a certain amount of subscribers, it's what are my daily actions towards that are gonna really push me forward. Is it gonna be posting consistently? Is it also gonna be making sure that I focus on writing, sitting down for 2 hours each morning to write a script? Because when you focus on the inputs, the outputs will take care of themselves. So there you have it. Those are my 4 habits that I think that have completely changed the way I think. So just to recap, visualize it, write it down. Appearance matters more than what you think. Maintenance, whatever you don't actually manage, will eventually lead to chaos. Prioritize your health, and finally focus on the inputs rather than the outputs. Anyways guys, that brings me to a close. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Comment below, let me know where you're watching from, and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.